in the hole. Stick it down in there.
Right in the hole. Stick it down in there.
Get in there.
Get in there. Yeah. This is Colton cleaning up his 406. He's putting in the S10 that nobody can see yet, but when it's all in there and done, we'll post a video.
By the time you see it, it'll be too late.
Yeah.
Yep.
Top secret, nobody will know nothing.
Well, this is a 400 block. Back when I bought the 74, this block came with it. All sleeve cylinders, all machine work was done, new cam bearing. I mean, it's all good. So, Colton had the money to buy enough good parts, good scat crank, freaking H-beam rod pistons are 14-to-1 with a 64cc head, and they're just happen to be 30 over, which fit right in there, and they're made for a 6-inch rod, and so he's going to put it together and come whoop up on somebody. Everybody if he can. All of them.
All of them.
Actually, he's probably just going to do this so he can go climb that list or whatever it is.
Yeah, he's going to make this a big list.
That too.
Yeah. Pickup trucks, fastest pickup trucks, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The S10 needs to be numero uno.
One of that little chart thing that says 540, 530 horsepower.
640.
645 horsepower based off the little chart. So if he could get away with 475, 500, it will be nasty. Plus he's got a 100 shot.
150.
150 shot. There goes Colton with
It'd be really easy to sit there.
a very expensive crank.
Nice and slow.
Be gentle. It's its first time, Colton.
Look good though?
It all looks good to me.
Gentle. Very gentle.
Look at that.
Alright. Colton got his crank in, all torqued. Everything looks good. Nice and smooth. Torque down nice and easy. Turn just as smooth as it can. Just beautiful. Doesn't like it. It's a nice crank. Mike White was telling us.
What's Colton's motor called? Smash?
I don't know what you're gonna call this.
Hammer?
A hammer? That's what we're gonna call a train in the damn truck, the hammer.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see some of these. Let's see pistons and rods. There you go. There's pistons and rods going in this dude. Describe that, Colt.
Well,
Thank you, Joel Haluda. There you go.
yeah.
Is that how you say his last name? Lahuda?
I don't know.
Anyway,
14.5-to-1. 30 over 400.
with a 64cc head.
Yeah. And H-beam rods, 6-inch.
Full floater.
Floaters.
Yep. S10 will never be the same.
Nope.
I'm just letting him run that motor until he gets again broke in. I'm taking it back.
Yeah.
Crank is smooth as glass. Yes. Beautiful.
Except for the clearance. Anybody out there going to run 6-inch rods in a 406 with H-beams, this is what you got to do. Got these clearing. Oh, what a notch.
Yeah.
Colton's still clearance.
Yep.
I think he's over it.
Almost.
No, that's not the part I was talking about.
I know.
Sanding, but you're just smoothing it out anyway.
Yeah.
Alright. 406 is going together.
Ow, my finger.
Is that clearance you had to put in there? Both of them. Them ring is good.
Yeah.
You can hear them. Oh yeah. Very nice. Alright. Just leave that one straight up in the center.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, putting it together now. Finally. This thing could have already been completed. You wouldn't have to go in there and clearance it.
Yeah.
But, oh well, it's better.
6-inch rods.
Yep, that's it. Alright, fix to put the last piston in. Got to put the bearing in it. Last set of rings showed up. Last piston for number 8 on the 406. So, the rings in it, bearing it. Drop it down in there. Been waiting on this one. Alright, there they are. All in and done. All 8 of them. Alright, so we move this thing over here. We got the 406 Colt belt on the porch. Getting Yankee 350, turbo 350, all this out. Swap everything over to the 406, put it all back together. And today is about 2:30, so have it all back in by tomorrow. What do you think?
Another throw.
Oh yeah. Trash is on.
Nobody will know this one though.
No, this is, you won't see this until it's already done and we've already made passes, but still. We'll be able to leave everything in. We'll be able to leave.
Top secret.
Well, no, I guess we got to pull the, you have to bring it around, bump it up to number 1. Well, no, it don't matter. I keep forgetting. But yeah, so I'm going to crawl in here, take cross member loose. Just start taking stuff loose. Take it all off.
Simple as that.
Simple as that, he says. He thinks we're crazy.
I'm raising my nose crazy.
Did you hear it fire up though? It fired right up, no problem. It went rip, boom, 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 boom.
Take motor out. Runs like a champ. Take motor out.
Yep. It's spitting oil, so there's the problem. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's the excuse. But the motor Colton built this 406 is a, it's going to be 15, what was it, 14, 15 to 1?
Oh, 16 to 1.
Oh yeah, 16 to 1.
Yeah, you can see how much it's 0 deck and it's big piston.
Yeah.
That piston's a 14 to 1 with a 64cc head. It's not 0 deck. They're usually 53 in the hole, that's 0. So quite a bit.
Yep.
A bunch, I guess you could say.
Big compression.
A bunch.
So yeah, cool. Alright, let me help him take all the stuff loose.
Yeah, Colton's running out to get his flywheel up there in Harrisville. Been about 20 minutes, so we got the alternator off, wiring off, radiator loose, headers loose.
Intake off.
Intake off, distributor out, and motor mounts and water pump and everything off. Radiator out will be next. And pop the motor mounts loose and take the cross member out, drive shaft, and drain the oil and trans fluid and pop it out of there. So not
You
bad.
say it like that, sounds like a lot of stuff.
We'll have it pretty damn close time he gets back. He better fucking speed up. Fucking with us.
No, don't speed up.
Yeah, take time.
Alright. Water mounts is loose, starter's loose, radiator's gone, water pump's gone, alternator's gone.
He still ain't back from the store.
No, still not back. He probably had to pay with the price of a story.
He's probably like, oh, well, we ain't got that. We didn't have that. That's the wrong one.
He called him and checked ahead of time. He said it was there.
Yeah, but you know how they are.
There's old T-ring.
Probably not wrong.
So I'm saying he probably had to pay the story price.
We can put 400.
Yeah, I once had a 564.
I just got rid of one. Share the tires plumb in the 4th gear.
Wicked nasty. Alright, cross members out, transmission's loose, motor's loose. Now we're going to let the transmission down, try to slide the drive shaft out and pull the motor forward. Same time. Alright then, got the motor tranny and everything is coming out. Drive shaft's out. We didn't make a whole big mess of fluids and all that stuff, which is a surprise. But it is coming out. So, cool. There she is. She's out. Alright. Got a block up. Got the tranny off. Convert her out. Now we're fixing to pull a pan.
We were just talking about the first time I ever pulled a perfectly good motor.
Yeah, well, no, it's not the first time we pulled a perfectly good motor.
Oh, no, it is.
We pulled the one out of the truck. It was perfectly good, but in order to put it in 57.
Which is broke. Yeah.
So.
It's all a vicious cycle.
Yeah. Pull a pan, pull a little pump, and pick up.
And everybody thinks they got secrets. This is going to be the most secret. Nobody will know. It won't be shown.
When you see it, it'll be too late.
Yep. The only time you'll see it's when you come back from the first pass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. But, all right.
With a 9. Like, what the fuck?
All right, let's pull all stuff off. All right, now I'm taking everything off this motor, transplanting it to that motor. Got an oil pump to pick up. Got to put the cam gear, put the cam, all that good stuff. Got the rockers loose. I'm gonna take the push rods out, pull the pushers out, pull the cam out, stick the cam in there, put pushers in there. And Colton's having his Duramax towed home, which sucks.
Yep, it quit.
We pull the motor out of this, and then his Duramax quits. As real as it gets.
Put all that money to this 10, now need all that money fixing.
Sucks.
Oh, race car.
Can't win for losing. Alright. Got the gear drive on, cam in, top dead center. Now I just gotta flip it over. Well, first I gotta put the cam button in, timing cover, and then flip it over, put the oil pan on. Here's the oil pan. Flip it over, put the oil pan on, and yeah, go from there.
Yeah, update. Duramax is home thanks to Brent Davis.
Davis Record Service.
Davis Record Service. If you need them, give them a call. They'll help you any way they can. They're good folks. Good folks. Anyway. Got the other block out and got the heads off. Hitting the pan a little bit, so we got to work on that. The rods are tapping that pan, so got the bigger rod in it, so it's touching the pan, so we got to fix that. Yeah, a little stroke to it, so he's hitting a little bit, so we got to figure out how to fix that. So.
Colton's finally getting to work on something today besides the turbine.
Yeah, Colton finally get to take his. He just now got here and quick enough to work on it a little bit. Anyway, it's all good. It's another late night. This ain't in the alley, but this is just as good.
Oh yeah, this is better.
Still real as it gets. So.
I like working out here.
Just a little different for us.
I don't think it's much different. It feels about the same to me.
You know, ain't 6 inches of rain.
Yeah.
But anyway, tomorrow's another day. Everything looks brighter in the morning, so it'll be all right. Anyway, that's the update.
Hopefully tomorrow makes some noise.
Well, he says they're going to try to break it in tomorrow.
Oh, and we found out this transmission was,
yeah.
It's a late model transmission. It's got really high gears in it. So there's our problem.
Yeah, that's
like
what
he's talking about super shit.
That's what Brent said. That was a later model 350. Said it had higher ratio gears in it, so that's not good. So that may be hurting.
Major Freeman training.
Yep, we're gonna put the 350 out of the truck. Major Freeman built me over 20 years ago, and it's been beat to death and sprayed in nitrous, and that thing shifts just as good as it did today. I got it.
It's a killer transmission.
Oh, Major's a man.
You know, there's people that said that he didn't build no good transmission.
Shit, he built that transmission. That was some bitch.
Yeah, he had him build one.
They're full of shit. It depends on how you treat Major. You be an asshole to him, and you won't get a good transmission. He's a good dude, though. I've known him forever.
Like White.
Yeah.
He'll like you.
He built that thing. He's like, you ever spray it? He said, second gear will come slap out of it. And I put it in reverse twice at Bristol with slicks on it. It's fine. I've sprayed the shit out of it so many times and it's fine. He built me a damn good one. I said, if you don't build me good, and I'll paint it pink, bring it back and set it on your porch. He hooked me up. So. That's what Brent said. He said, what did you build it for? And I said, that truck. And he said, well, that'll be a good one. He said, it'll last. So we're gonna swap trannies and put that transmission in here and see how it does. So
It's gotta do
Anyway, tomorrow's another day. Just stick with us. It ain't never over. Alright, here it is Sunday morning. Fixing to put the heads, everything on the 406. Then we're gonna run out memos, get the transmission on, drop everything down in the S10. Pick everything up. Not sure if we're gonna put the tunnel ram back on it or go with a single carb setup for nitrous. So I ain't decided yet. Tunnel ram make more power, but the single carb will be easier for him to drive it around if he wants to. Just a toss up. It being an automatic, he needs a double pumpers instead of a 1-to-1 660s for the tunnel ram. That way you get progressive and it doesn't give it all the fuel all the time. That way you can actually drive it around. 660s, they're strictly race carburetor. I mean, you can drive them on the street. It's just, it's hard to do. So, pull all the bags off this stuff and fix it. Alright, so we was fixing to put the heads on the 406, the hammer. And I got to looking at the valves. Well, just checking out the heads and was looking at the valve springs, just double checking everything, you know. Being smart. Surprise. Check this out. One of the valve springs is broke, just barely touch it. Look at that. You can barely touch it and it compresses that spring. That is very crazy. It did not drop a valve. Well, not here. You gotta do it this way. Yeah, the fact that it did not drop a valve down that motor and kill the motor is amazing. This is just what happens when you run high pressure springs for a few years. Running the guts out of them. On the verge, we run the cam as much lift as you can based off of the spring. There's no conservative. It's just, well, that's a 660, I mean a 560 spring. Let's run a 560 lift cam. See how long it'll survive. There you go. Alright, now we're going to check, make sure the valve ain't hurt, nothing like that. But that spring is junk, boy. Another wall hanger. Look at it. Race truck. I'm glad we caught that, because if we'd put it on there and fired it up, it'd have dropped the valve, I guarantee it, and ruined everything.
Yeah. That'd been bad.
Very bad. Alright, we'll pause. Alright, Colton's torquing the heads down on that side. I got this side torqued down, and I got all the valves set, all the lash. The way to do it is just rotate it around. When the exhaust opens, set the intake. When the intake comes all the way down, all the way open, comes up halfway, then you set the exhaust. So you can just rotate the motor around and watch them, watch the lifters, and then set them that way. But yeah, this cam is set at 14 when it gets hot, because aluminum heads will loosen up. So, sweet. Cast iron heads, when they get hot, they tighten up. So aluminum heads, you want to go 2 numbers lower. 14, 16. 16 is hot. So aluminum heads, we're going to go 2 numbers lower because they loosen up. And alright, Dad is modifying a stock pan to be a stroker pan.
Yeah.
With propane torch and a hammer.
Beat to fit and paint to match.
That's it.
Poor man stroker.
Heads are on, valves are run, all the lashes good to go. So he's cool. Alright, now I've taken over since I'm done with this. All I gotta do is put the pan on it. Dad's in there listening to a radio station that's giving Skull Garage shout outs and stuff. It's pretty awesome. Check it out. Dented that one, dented. Now we gotta do the other side, and then we'll see if it fits. But like Dad said, beat to fit, paint to match. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so we beat all these dents out of it. trying to make it clear, and now the holes don't line up because it's all stretched out, and then it still hits.
Just from heating it up, warps the shit out of it.
All right, after some persuasion by me and Colton of hitting this thing with a hammer, we got them all to fit. So now we're gonna pull it off and put the gasket under it and seal it up.
Yep.
He just put a screwdriver in and pried, and I hit one side with a hammer, and believe it or not, all the bulges that we put in it clear. So nice, very nice. Just a little 400. We're gonna paint this whole thing orange, put an intake on it, paint the intake orange. They look like a little old stock motor. Although anybody with any sense would look at the heads and be like, "Oh, that's not stock." All right, Colton and Dad went to go get the other transmission, and I finished up the motor. Got the pan on, got it all painted. She's looking good. Gonna put another coat on it once this dries. But gonna put the intake on, paint the intake orange. Going back with a single instead of a tunnel ram just for a little while. Make it look like a stock motor. It's gonna be pretty cool. All right, well, typical North Carolina mountain weather. Winter blew in overnight, literally. The old leaves, cold. So, still gonna put this motor in training in and try to do it by myself today. There's transmission. Come out there, black truck. They gotta paint them valve covers and put the intake stuff on the motor. So I'm gonna try to do here in a little bit. All right, got the valve covers painted. Now I gotta wait till it dries, and I'll take the sandpaper or my little Dremel and knock off the top edges, make it shine on the top. Check this out. Out of all the chaos and all the bad things that's going on right now, opened up a pack of intake gaskets, and there was 3 in one pack. Woo! Victory! Mr. Gasket for the win, as Colton says. It's pretty cool. And there goes the bag rolling away. Alright, I got the valve covers on, intake on. I just set the carburetor on it. Looks like a little stock motor, don't it? Pretty cool. Alright, fixed to put the training on. Transmission is on. Just gotta bolt up a converter and put the cross member bracket on it. Then we're gonna put it in there. Fix to put the motor in it. This stock little old 350. All factory. Alright, we got it almost all the way in. Putting the jack under the pan to carry the transmission back. Alright, now put the motor mounts in. Alright, well, it's sitting in there. Just gotta put a cross member in. There she is. It don't look no bigger, Colton.
Looks can be deceiving.
Oh. It looks so cool with a single on it. The tunnel ram looks awesome, but
yeah,
this thing, maybe later. Maybe later with tunnel ram. But I want you to be able to have the nitrous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there. So, cool. Alright, got the motor in last night. I put the starter, headers, and everything on it. And I'm going to prime it and see if we can get some fuel for it and fire it up today. Man, I got to hook everything up. Trans lines, put the radiator in it, water pump, alternator, wire everything. put the distributor in. I ain't got to do everything, so that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe we'll make noise with it today. Put the nitro system on it. So that's why we went with the single, so we can put the nitro system back on it. Later on, we'll put the tunnel ram on. He wants to get a dual nitro system for the tunnel ram, but this will be fine. Yeah, just make life a little easier. Because, I mean, the tunnel ram was dialed in pretty good. He didn't have a nitro system for that. So he wanted to be able to have the nitros. So I think it'll be fine. Alright, got everything wired. Headers on, spark plugs in, water pump on, pulleys on, radiator in, electric fan in, trans cooler in, trans lines hooked up, water neck, oil, starter. Now, I'll pop valve covers, put some oil in it, and prime it. Let's put a racing oil in it. More VR1. So now I'm going to prime it. Priming it. All of them on this side except for one. And 4 of them on this side. So awesome. There we go, all primed. Alright, carburetor's on, fuel lines run, nitro's hooked up, just gotta hook up the wires. Distributor's in, valve covers are on. Plugs are back in. Here. Alright, we're going to see if it'll fire. I'm probably going to advance the time a little bit. Ready? Hold on, I got to advance it. But yeah, in a trailer park, dark, breaking in a 16-to-1 motor. So far, so good. That's Alright, so that blip that we heard was the distributor going out. It went poof, quit, make it spark altogether. I got a super cool and one of them blue GM ignition boxes and a MSD distributor we're going to put in it.
Yep.
So, but it did run, so technically it has fired. So,
Oil's clean.
Yeah. Thanks, Dustin, for the racing gas.
Yeah.
He's the only person that had any at all. We needed 1 gallon at least. So, but that's what it was. So the motor's fine. There's no, the oil's clean as it could be. Everything's good. It's running a little lean. I'm gonna have to fatten it up. You can see the mixture is pretty lean just from idle. So it needs to be fattened up. The bigger motor's gonna need more carb. May need that 800, or I might get that 950 from Dustin.
Yeah.
The one I built, the little Frankenstein carburetor. But yeah, it does run and it fires, and it was firing like a champion. It was like, boom, 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 boom. Didn't even have to give it no gas.
Yeah.
But
sounds
all
good.
Right, then. So cool. We're good. Let's put the hood on it, and we'll call it there. And I'll go get that other stuff. All right, we got it finished breaking it in. Running for another about 6 minutes, and brought it down to idle and set the time and time. So what happened the other day is it wasn't the coil that went bad. So wires touched the headers and burnt through, but it was dark and we didn't see them. So we just fixed all that back. But brought it down to idle and revved on a little bit, set the timer at 34 instead of 38. So we'll just leave it like that for a little bit.
Touches. Whew,
yeah. It's doing better now that I fattened it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But you can't really rev on it till it's hot.
I know that. I mean, it's just, you can tell though. It ain't
Well,
got
cool.
No, it ain't got no dips and doos to it. It's just. Whoop,
No, did you see? Not a puff or nothing.
Yeah, fires right off.
And the timing probably not right, because where I had set it, I turned it back trying to get the start the other day. Remember?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they ain't gonna buy a starter. Damn it!
I would still put a high torque starter on it.
Hey, it fires right off.
Either that or just get one and have it in
the truck all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've just got to be forced to have one.
for backup.
Sounds good, I think.
Yeah.
There we go.
I like how she fires. You ain't even gotta give it no
Yeah,
gas.
it's right off, man. Bang, 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 bang. It's cool as hell. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds strong. Sounds better out here than it did in there. Sounds good in there.
And that's baffles too.
starting to heat up now. Good. Okay, so met Kerry Fox last night. Got a drive shaft from him, and I got the. Oh, look at that funnel. Look at that. And I fixed the drive shaft. Thank you, carrier. Put this in. It worked so far. Yeah, I had to put different U-joints and swapping this and yokes and blah, blah, blah. But it's in there, so that's all that matters. The struggle is real. Now I'm going to put trans fluid in. Alright, this is officially maiden voyage.
Yeah.
Of the 406. You want to take a little Mike Watts and just goose on a couple times?
Yeah, see how it feels.
Alright, hopefully it'll start again.
Hey, we're going to go up here and straight down on this on 406 there. It sounds good. Not sure if it's going to run cool or warm or what it's going to do, but it all seems good. So we'll go up Mike White, take a little bang, see how it does. Carter. Smells good behind it, that's for damn sure.
It shifted there. I can hear it. Yeah.
It went, sure that ain't in first gear.
That should be drive.
It's kind of peppy with the exhaust clogged plumb up, so it's going to run better without the exhaust on it, so we'll see.
Right here, he's wanting to just...
I don't think he's ready. Do you think he's ready? Street Dyno 406. Time y'all see it, it'll be too damn late. TS motor, top secret. Shh. No one can know. No one will know until the hammer drops and the green flag flies.
That zip tie was a trooper.
Wasn't no trooper.
Yeah,
All right, he sort of kind of launched it that one time, and the distributor retarded itself way back, like to 20 degrees. So it must not have been that tight. But we reset the time and now it don't want to start because of the starter's weak. So we'll put the baffles back on, put the front end back on, and if we get it to start again, we'll just take it to the house.
You got it.
We kicked back on that starter several times, but ain't good on starters. That starter.
No.
Sounds like it's fixing to go south. So.
South of the border.
I hear the difference.
Seems a little more spunky. Look, those are fresh marks. Look at it, it's spinning that far. With slicks. With
Heat them up a little bit.
That is a nasty truck. That is too cool. Oh my God.